welcome back to A Dash of Gratitude. My name is Beth, and today I have 3 recipes using ground beef. Now, these 3 recipes are some of our family's favorites. The Mozart Mozzarella is a new one to our family, but we've already made it a few times since I made this video. I hope this video will bring you some inspiration for your kitchen. Maybe you're tired of spaghetti or hamburger helper or whatever it is that you know, your go-to recipe for ground beef. Maybe this will bring some inspiration to your kitchen. Anyway, let me know if you try some of these recipes. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know in the comments below. All right, let's get to the video. Up first, we have hamburger sliders. These turned out so delicious. I had Brandon show us exactly how he prepares burgers to put on the grill. These little sliders we found at Sam's Club, and here is the seasonings that he used on this day. Brandon always uses Worcestershire sauce whenever he prepares hamburgers on the grill, and he's usually very generous with how much he douses upon them. The first time I watched him do this, I was like, well, what in the world? That is so much, but it always turns out so good. So, you know, I don't question. I just know that he knows how to make them good. So on this day, Brandon made a few different flavors of the mini sliders, but he did do an even coat of salt across the board on all of the patties. And then he'll start with one section and he'll add the blend seasoning. We really enjoy Kinder's seasoning blends, and this one's really good. It's just kind of classic with salt, pepper, and garlic. The next seasoning blend is the Buttery Steakhouse. Y'all, this is probably my favorite seasoning blend from Kinder's. It is so good. Alongside the sliders, we made the sweet kale salad, and it is really, really good. One of our family's favorites. It has broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, radicchio, dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, and then a poppy seed dressing to mix it all together. Oh my gosh, it is so good. If you haven't tried it, I cannot recommend this one enough. Now, on this night, we made these sweet potato fries. We had never made this brand before. We bought it from Sam's Club. It turned out so good. We really liked those a lot. And here's Robbie. He's been working on his skateboarding skills. He is so excited to drop off of the stairs, and you know, he's starting low and slow, but anyway, he's adorable. And here's Brandon, you know, got the burgers on the grill. It's looking good outside. And here's a plate put all together with the burgers, a pickle, the salad, the fries, and then we just had a can of Bush's baked beans and brought it all together so nicely. Here's a recipe we're following. It is from the Facebook Dinner Club page, and I will type it out down below, but it's called Mozart Mozzarella. I've been wanting to try it for a while, and today is the day we're going to do that. So it's ground beef, onion, tomato sauce, and then we'll need crescents. We need cheese, and I realize this looks like cauliflower. It is actually frozen shredded mozzarella, and I'm just waiting for it to soften a little bit. And then we've got sour cream, and the recipe also calls for oregano and basil, but I mixed together this spice blend. It is like a copycat recipe for the Carrabba's oil dipping blend, and I'm going to use this instead because it is so delicious. So I think that will just elevate the dish. Then we're going to need a 9x13 pan. Let's get started. I've got both girls in the kitchen today. You might hear them in the background. They are helping. They're going to get started on the crescent part of this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and start with this onion. I'm going to get it chopped. I love when we have time to be in the kitchen together. It's really special and it doesn't happen very often because our family's pretty busy and not everyone always wants to be on camera. So I really enjoyed preparing dinner with the kids tonight. So I like to, this is the ground beef. I like to just slice openings in the back and then I pop it right out into the pan and ready to cook. Olivia has all the crescents spread out. She didn't tear them apart yet. She just spread the sour cream on top. And now she is sprinkling with this herb season mix.
Gotta get the good sprinkle like this.
Like, it is going to be so good. This seasoning is delicious.
So good.
Olivia added the seasoning blend to the inside of the crescents, and I'm going to add the rest to the ground beef just to give it some extra flavor. And if I can find the exact one, I will link below this seasoning blend. It is, I'm telling you guys, it is so...
It's thebomb.com.
Oh, it's thebomb.com, Olivia says. I've got this can of tomato sauce and I'm adding it to the ground beef and onion. I just drained it. And so now I'm going to mix this all together. And I actually did use a little bit more ground beef than what the recipe called for. So I'm hoping this sauce will do the trick. I might have to go grab another little, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, I've got all the tomato sauce incorporated into the meat and the onions along with those delicious spices. We're just going to add it right into this 9x13 pan. Next, we're going to add cheese right on top of the meat mixture. Now, I'm not really sure how this is going to go. The mozzarella cheese was shredded and frozen, so I cut it into chunks because it still was not fully thawed out. So anyway, we're going to hope for the best on that. And then also here's the shredded cheddar. So let's go.
Action. So I refuse to say the word crescent. These are our rolls that we've prepared. We're gonna bake them for about 35 minutes-ish at 350, or at least until they're golden brown.
And they're gonna bake on top of the meat mixture and cheese.
They're gonna be delicious.
Yes.
Delicious.
We are also going to add the salad topper right into the salad.
The salad topper.
Yes.
It's pretty good to me. Okay, so we're gonna take a bite of this amazingness.
This Mozart Mozzarella.
This amazingness.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Is it hot or delicious?
It's both, but it's really, really good. The seasoning makes it pop, and the cheese really brings it together.
Oh, you said it makes it pop.
Can we have this every single night?
Every single night?
Every single night.
It's that good?
It's really good.
I'm really glad to hear it. I've been wanting to make this for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and try this too. I'm so excited to try this dinner. Ooh. The crescent is flaky.
Hot.
Oh, the mozzarella cheese melted really nicely, even though it was still kind of frozen.
Amazing.
The flavor is so good. Thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing this on Facebook Dinner Club. Bravo.
It's amazing.
Is it really? Mm. Mm. So good. Is it fire? Good. So here is the ground beef. There's about 3 pounds of ground beef, 1 diced Vidalia onion. I cooked those together. I drained off the extra grease. I added 2 of these taco seasoning mixes. And then I also added 1 can of rinsed and drained black beans. And then I added about a cup, maybe a cup and a quarter of water. And this has just been simmering together for a while. It smells divine, divine. Here are the other ingredients we're going to be using as we layer together our sheet pan nachos. This is gonna be so good, you guys. Let's get assembling. I'm gonna go ahead and slice the black olives. Usually I will just cut them in half. If I had a lot of time, I might make the slices a little bit thinner, but the kids are getting hungry. We have a cousin over today. And they have been playing outside all afternoon. They've been working up an appetite and they are ready for dinner. So I'm just going to go through this as quickly as possible. If you've ever wondered what a 3-pound bag of chips looks like, here it is. We got this it came in a 2-bag pack. Just like this. So 6 pounds total from Sam's Club. This thing is huge. Now we're gonna start with 1 layer of these nacho chips on the bottom of the pan. We want to get a nice base layer. Make sure the whole bottom is covered. The first thing we're going to layer on top is this ground beef mixture. This is ground beef, Vidalia onion, taco seasoning, and black beans. And it sure does smell and look so good. Brandon laughs and says that whenever I am showing you guys a recipe, I should always indicate that the way that I cook is more like a choose your own adventure. Like every time is a little bit different. It just depends on what I want to do each time. I mean, it's always the same general idea, but you know. I'm going to heat up this white queso dip according to the instructions on the package. So it just says to microwave for 30 seconds, stir, and then microwave again for 30 seconds. While that's going, we're gonna go ahead and add some shredded cheddar cheese. You could probably use any type of cheese that you like. This is just what I have in my fridge today. Okay, let's add some black olives. Next, we're going to add some of these jalapeno slices. And these are, it doesn't say how hot they are, so I'm just going to keep this on half of the pan. That way, if someone doesn't want them, there will be some available without jalapenos. I microwave this queso dip enough to get it warm so that it will drizzle easily. This looks really good. We've never had this kind of queso before. So I'm just gonna give it a nice drizzle. It's like making a piece of modern art. Gotta make sure these edge chips get a little love. And I think I'm just gonna do this one layer. I was gonna do a double layer, but I think what I'm gonna do is just do this one single layer today. And I definitely have enough to do another one for tomorrow. So that'll be nice. We'll have a good, fresh nacho lunch for tomorrow. This is going to be so good. I already have my oven set for 425 degrees. And now I'm just gonna put these nachos in for 15 to 20 minutes. Let's take a look at these. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look at those. These look and smell amazing. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try these nachos. I hope the kids will like these too. I mean, how can they not? Yummo. These nachos did turn out so good. However, the next day when I made them for the second time, I put them under the broiler just until all the cheese was melty, and they ended up turning out even better because when I baked them, like I showed you on the video, they actually all stuck all together and they tasted good, but they were kind of a mess. And anyway, broiler was much better. Don't forget to take a moment to be sure you're subscribed to the channel. I will link below information on a giveaway I've got coming up. Thank you so much for adding a dash of gratitude to your day. I hope this video brought you some inspiration to your kitchen, and we'll see you on the next video.